Hey guys, welcome to Griffo's Retro Gaming. And today I'm going to be doing my past 2 months worth of pickups. And that is because the first month was pretty rubbish, to be fair. Well, it wasn't, I just didn't have much. And the reason it wasn't rubbish is I've got my Xbox Series X, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment. And yeah, I've done a video on that, on why I chose it over the PS5, and I don't really need to go into it too much in this one. However, the following month I have been getting cheap games physically for the system as well, and that's what I'll show you today in that. Yeah, the next generation, I assume it'll be exactly the same on the PS5, but it's rapid, it's so quick, and the visuals on it and certain games and things like that are just phenomenal. And I think the most impressive feature is the one that, when I read everything about it, was the one I went, all right. And that's a quick resume. To be able to switch from one game to another in seconds, it's mind-blowing. You wouldn't think it is, but really it is. It's, you're getting bored of being on, like, I don't know, Forza, say, and then boom, you can go straight into FIFA or whatever you want to play. It's brilliant. So yeah, moving on from that, I don't want to bore you too much with the tales of the Series X. So I'll start with the physical games that I have picked up for the system. And the first game is one that I want because I have got it on the PlayStation 4, but the PlayStation 4 that I have is the base model, and it doesn't run very well on there. It's Cyberpunk, and I shouldn't say it doesn't run very well. It does. It's playable, but I've read that on the PlayStation 5 and Series X, and obviously the PC, much better experience. So it was reduced recently, brand new obviously. It was reduced to 25 pretty much everywhere. It has since gone back up, but I think I got that from Game. So yeah, I've enjoyed what I've played on the PS4, but yeah, I wanted a faster system to play it on, really, because like I say, I've got the base PS4, not the PS4 Pro. The only Series X game that I've got, and it's from last generation, is Devil May Cry 5. And is 5 in it? Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. Like I say, it's off last generation. It's typical Devil May Cry action and gaming. Different story, of course, to the others, but otherwise, nothing to add, really. I'm not that impressed with it. Visually, it's really nice, but I don't know why I'm showing you this. Visually, it's really nice, but yeah, the game itself is run-of-the-mill. Sorry if you're a big fan of them, but yeah. So the next game is one that I got from Argos. Now, they were doing £5 voucher. Or actually, I don't think it was Argos, it was somebody else. I had a friend alerted me to it, and it was just £5. There was no catch to it whatsoever. So I wanted the Rare Replay, which is a collection of all the old Rare games, and that was $4.99. So I thought, yeah, I'll just get that. But there was out of stock on that. So I had a look at some of the games, and I came across Lego Movie and Lego Movie 2. Now, this goes for around £20, and Argos had it for $9.99. It's been out of stock ever since I bought it as well. Not available for home delivery. But yeah, so I got that for $4.99. And yeah, £20 game, so absolutely delighted with that. And it is 2 discs, unfortunately, but, well, not that it matters so much, but I love my Lego games, so I am happy with that. I did end up getting the Rare Replay, and yeah, it's still sealed at the moment. It's on Game Pass, but I might not always have it. You don't know what's down the line, and £5 just to future-proof myself, if you like. But yeah, it's got loads of games on there which you'll know. Snake Rattle and Roll, Perfect Dark, Viva Pinatas even, Pro-Am 2, RC Pro-Am 2, Killer Instinct if you like that. I'm not a big fan. I've upset a few people, I'm sorry. Perfect Dark Zero, and yeah, the list goes on. There's, I don't know if you can see there. Anyway, Banjo-Kazooie, and there's Conker as well on there. A game I got from Smith's Next, and the reason I got it is because the original game is still quite pricey, and this comes with a download, and it is Sims 4. And the reason I got that is because my daughter loves Sims, so, you know, she could have a go at it. But it's got the Star Wars, like, download on their game pack, it says. So, yeah, I don't know what that adds to it. Maybe just, I don't know, it might be like a little world there and, you know, be able to dress up as a stormtrooper or whatever. But, yeah, that was £9.99, and I think I've seen that since for around £30. That's brand new though, second hand, it probably won't be around that. And finally, I went to Game Collection. Love that website. You pick up some really cheap games. And 2 games I wanted in particular. Neverwinter Nights, the D&D classic. Not my favourite of the lot, but that was £5.95, so, you know, it's not a massive outlay. I do have this on the PlayStation 4 as well. Yeah, like I say, it's not my favourite, but there is a good story in there. And I got the Planescape Torment and Icewind Dale series as well, and particularly for Icewind Dale, which I think is a fantastic game. It's like Baldur's Gate, but more aimed towards the fighting mechanics rather than story-based. Whereas Planescape Torment is pretty much all story, so... yeah, I think Planescape would be a better experience on the PC, but I'll give it a go on here as well. Again, that was £6, not an awful lot. And a game I know nothing about, but this was £3, I think, £2.95, and it is Black Mirror, which is it's a thriller sort of game. Yeah, like I say, I don't know much about it. There'll be some screenshots anyway, and yeah, you'll be able to see. But it does look interesting. It says, following the death of his father, David Gordon visits his ancestral home for the first time in his life. A life that is soon threatened by the dark secrets that claim the sanity of many Gordons before him. Could be good. £3, who cares if it isn't? So before I go on to any other games, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to a fellow YouTuber called Pete Fighter. Pete Fighter 2. The link to his channel will be in the description. And reason being is he sent me some loose discs, which I think there's only me and him in the world that seem to want loose discs. And he's also gifted me a collector's edition of Oblivion, which... I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It needs a bit of gluing down on the top there, or on the bottom, sorry, but who cares? You know, the actual game itself is fantastic. It comes with a compendium as well, which I've read some of it. It's really good. Just gives you a bit of backstory on the Elder Scrolls games and or world, sorry, the setting. There's bonus material disc as well, which shows you the making of and things like that. And there's a septum, which is lovely. It's still sealed. I can take it out, so technically not sealed. I don't know if that will reduce the glare. Might be able to see it. That'll be Uriel septum on the front there. There we go. And then you've got the logo. So, yeah, that's wonderful, Pete. Thank you so much. I love the Elder Scrolls, as he knows, and yeah, I've still got the Game of the Year edition, which I'll be playing because that's obviously got the extras. But just to have this it's going to be displayed anyway. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Pete. I've not found one with the coin as yet, so delighted to have that. So the loose discs that he gave me, there's some absolute belters in here as well. Again, thank you so much for these. There's, I mean, if they were boxed, you're looking at quite a lot, to be fair. But they'll be going into a little CD sleeve, and just when I want to play, because they're mainly for systems that I don't collect for, and that's purely just so I can play the games. I've got a PS2. I don't collect for the PS2, but it's also a PS1. I've no need to get a PS1 console, so yeah, the PS1 games and the PS2 games that I find as discs are really cheap. I'll just, you know, like I say, I'm not interested in collecting for the systems. So the first game is an absolute classic, and it is Abe's Odyssey. You know, what more do I need to say about that? One for the 360, which I haven't got as yet, and I do believe it's a bit pricey boxed, I think. I think it is. And it is Ninja Gaiden Z. I don't know if you can see because of the glare, but yeah, I'll put some gameplay footage. Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness, which is one that I haven't actually played. I didn't play the PS2 Tomb Raider games. I think I had my fill of it, to be honest, on the previous generations. But yeah, I'll play that at some point, definitely. Need for Speed Underground 2, which I do have on the Xbox, but I've got it on the PS2 now as well, so I can play that downstairs if I want. Another one for the PlayStation 3. This Tomb Raider Underworld. I've just packed my PlayStation 3 away, actually, or the kids' PlayStation 3 away, because they're more bothered with my Switch at the moment. Then Duke Nukem, Time to Kill. I've not played that one, but everyone loves Duke Nukem, except Duke Nukem Forever, which was a bit... I seem to remember this being alright, actually. It's Spider-Man, and for the PS1. I'm sure I played this when it came out. I'm pretty sure I got it from Blockbuster. It's like, wow, that's a really good game, and I never got it, you know. So I'd love to get stuck into that again. One game I did have was Theme Park World, and yeah, it was great. Everyone loves the theme park games and Theme Hospital. Just build up your own theme park, set prices on things, and make money. Bullfrog classic. Then 2 platinum games. One, which is Worms, and big fan of Worms. One of the first games I got on the PC when I got my first PC. I got Worms United, it was called. I don't know what the difference is between that and Worms, but maybe has extra levels or something. But yeah, on the PlayStation, I think I did have it on the PlayStation. I think I got it really cheap near the end of its life, and it was still a really good conversion on there. Them sort of games I do prefer with a mouse and keyboard, but it did work pretty well on the PS1, I seem to remember. And finally, one of the games I got with my PlayStation when I first got it, and that is Tomb Raider, which is an all-time classic, obviously. So, a lot of games there to sink my teeth into, and some absolute belters as well. So, thank you very much, Pete. I'm glad I've cleared some room for you, and you've done me a favour as well with these. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So yeah, do check out Pete's channel. It's a great channel. He picks up some wonderful things. I've just watched one of his videos now, and wow. So yeah, check it out. I won't ruin what he got, but he's got some belting stuff. I'm going on a DS kick, and I just can't seem to get enough of it. So I've got some games from various different places. Actually, yeah. So there was 2 from CEX, 3 from CEX and 1 from Music Magpie. And the Music Magpie one is Alice in Wonderland. And the reason I got this is because it was mentioned by, I think it was Metal Jesus, as a hidden gem. And when I saw the screenshots of it, I thought, yeah, that does look pretty good actually. It's very dark in how it looks. I haven't got too far into it, but yeah, it just looks like the Tim Burton sort of style, if that makes sense, the art style that Tim Burton had used. And yeah, quite dark really, but good at the same time. I don't know if it's a hidden gem in my opinion. I haven't got too far into it, but I am enjoying what I've played so far. Next up is Bejeweled Twist. And I love the Bejeweled games. That I used to have it on the iPhone 3. It was that long ago. But this is slightly different. So instead of just moving one piece at a time wherever you want it to go, you twist 4 around in a circle, and there's no time limit, or there might be in one of the modes, but the mode I was playing, there was no time limit, but it's so frustrating because you just have to go through so much just to make the one move that you want to make, and it does seem a bit silly. It was okay, but I prefer the original Bejeweled, which I do have the Bejeweled 3, I think it is. I do have that on the DS. I don't know if there's any more. Might just be the 2, unless Bejeweled 2's on there as well. But either way, not overly impressed with that one. Next up then is a game that I've had my eye on for quite a while, and it is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. And it works really well on the DS, and I mean, you'd expect it to anyway, because it is more a mouse and keyboard sort of game. I know a lot of them came out on the consoles, but with the DS it just works so well because you've got that stylus and you can move a lot easier, pick things up, and yeah, works really well, and I'm really enjoying it. £3 in CEX, it's not an awful lot, so if you see it, pick it up. And finally is Action RPG, which it's a Rising Star game, so Duncan will like it, and it is Dungeon Explorer. Not the best, but it's not the worst either. I have enjoyed what I've played of it so far. Yeah, just RPG, action RPG, really, in the style of any others. Obviously, don't go into as much as what you'd expect on a console, but it looks all right. It's nice looking enough, especially when you're in the villages and you've got all the thatched roofs and things. There's a lot of detail there, but yeah, it's not going to blow your socks off. But yeah, I think that was £5. Again, not an awful lot, but if you come by it, might be worth picking up if you're into that sort of thing. Next up then is some games for the Nintendo Switch, and one of them I only got to scratch an itch, if you like, and it is FIFA 20. Now, this was advertised on Marketplace for £10, and that's not a bad price. I know you might think, well, it's a season out of date, but they do hold the value on the Nintendo Switch to FIFAs, and the only reason I can think that is that the Legacy Edition, so nothing changes except the rosters, or squads if you're British, the stadiums and the kits. So you've got one, you've got them all. I believe there's the same game modes on there and everything like that. Works really well on the Switch though. Really enjoyed what I've played so far, and I'm not a FIFA fan, so just to be able to play that when I'm at work, you know, a game where you don't have to think, it's yeah, if you can get them cheap enough, then do. The final game for the Switch is one that I saw on Currys, and it is Big Pharma. Pharma as in pharmaceuticals, not as in bloody growing crops. So this is it's a lot like actually Theme Hospital, but instead of being in the hospital, you're actually a pharmaceutical company and you've got to create drugs and things like that and sell them on. And that's how you become successful. You can buy more machines, faster machines, better people to work in your plant and all that. It's not had great reviews or anything, but I think this was brand new for £9, maybe £8. It wasn't an awful lot. So I'll go on to my PSP pickups now, and the first game I got is one which I've already got but disc only, and it is Space Invaders Evolution. And yeah, £2. I don't know if you can see that. Not an awful lot to pay. So I've got the box and the instructions now. And yeah, it's an interesting take on Space Invaders. You get a 3D sort of look and you can move around and blast up. And yeah, it's alright. You know, it's different, I guess. But for £2, well worth it in my opinion. So for the final PSP games, there's 5 of them. I picked them up from Cash Converters in the centre of Hull, and I couldn't believe my luck with them, to be honest. There was somebody looking through them, and I just had to grab what I could. I checked the insides just to make sure the instructions were there in the disc and they weren't too battered. And there was one slight boo-boo, but I could trade it in and get more than my money back anyway. But I'll go into that in a moment. So the first game I got, which is £2.50 game, but like I say, 99p at Cash Converters, don't know if you can see that, is Rugby League Challenge. Now, I love my rugby league. I'm a Hull Kingston Rovers fan. And this game is the NRL, which is Australia, if you don't know. And also the Super League, which is British competition at Origin. Not even at Origin, because there was Paris Saint-Germain in there, weren't they? Anyway, yeah, it's technically a British league. And it's got Hull Kingston Rovers in there, which delights me no end. So as rugby games go as well, it's not the worst. I found it's really easy. I was bursting through tackles rather easily. But yeah, the passing wasn't too bad and things like that. Notoriously, I've found that rugby games are the best. But yeah, this isn't too bad. And these are all complete anyway. Next up is James Cameron Avatar, the game. And I've not played this on any system. I think it came out on all the systems at the time. And it's just a third-person, like, action exploration game. It looks alright. Like I say, I've not played it, but I will do. It looks pretty good, to be fair. I believe it follows you'd expect it to, but that doesn't always go. But I do believe that follows the film. Next up then is a game which is pretty naff, but I'm actually playing through it at the moment. And it is Dead to Rights Reckoning. And surprisingly, I'm enjoying it, considering how naff it is. You play through linear levels. You go through bullets so quick as well. Luckily, enemies drop them, but bloody hell, you go through them. When you peek, you could only have, 55 bullets on your pistols. And he uses 2. So you're aiming with 2 at a time and, each pull of the trigger. So in effect, you got 25. And yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad at all. There is a mechanic on there which is, if you've ever played Stranglehold, where you've got to jump and it goes in slow motion and then you can shoot, it uses that mechanic in there as well, which I don't tend to use, to be honest, only when I really need to. And it doesn't work very well either. One other disappointing thing is the auto-aim system on it, which you do need because you don't have the second analog stick on a PSP. Is really, really crap. And you can be facing an enemy you press the auto aim, because you have to before you shoot, really, and it'll go to the side. And you're like, this guy in front of you with a shotgun's just pounding you, and it's so frustrating. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad game, to be fair. Just naff. If that makes sense. So, the two games that I grabbed straight away. This one, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Now, I don't believe it's the last SmackDown vs. Raw on the system. I need to look into that. But it's either the second or third last, and it holds a bit of value because of that. This is £8 in CEX, and I paid 99p in cash converters, and it is in lovely condition as well. So if you do look about and you know what you're looking for, you can pick up some real bargains still. They've obviously seen it's a wrestling game and stuck 99p on it. And this is the one with my boo-boo on it, and I just grabbed it. I saw the span, saw that it was Scarface, and I grabbed it. And I just immediately looked inside, thought, yes, I'm having that before the other guy got it, because this is a £5 game. You don't see it an awful lot either in CEX. I'm not saying it's rare, I just don't see it an awful lot. But you may be able to see, just in that corner, cover reprinted. So, I don't know whether to keep this or to trade it in. I may just keep it until I can get another one and then trade it in as then. But yeah, it's got the instructions with it, so that's something, I guess. And never played any of the Scarface games. I haven't got it on the Xbox, and I never played it when it first came out either, so I don't know much about it, unfortunately. But it does it's set in the Scarface universe, and it says, and oh, sorry, based on Scarface mythology. There you go. So yeah, you make strategic decisions in your drug empire and things like that. And that's my pickups, guys. I'm absolutely delighted with what I got. Past couple of months, I've done really well, I think, especially with the Xbox. I mean, they're like gold dust at the moment anyway. But I've got some really good games for really cheap, and I'm especially delighted with the PSP games and the games which Pete Fighter gave me as well. Do check out his channel, it's fantastic. He picks up some amazing bits. The link will be in my description below. If you don't know him, do click over and see what you think. And I just want to say thank you for watching. There will be some more videos coming because I can. The shops are open again. I'm looking to be doing a charity shop day, car boot videos. That includes going round the car boots, and my crap car boot series, which call it a series, I only did 2, but I know people did enjoy them, so I enjoyed doing them as well, so I want to get back into that. And yeah, like I say, it's just nice to have that normality back. Hopefully we can get to the events again soon and meet up with all the fellow YouTubers, which, you know, it's been too long, hasn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again very soon with another video. Take care.